Hello and welcome to Cracking the Cryptic. So today I'm going to do what's become a bit of a monthly series and have a look at the Times' monthly club special for January. And the reason I do that once we get to February is they've published the solution, so when I finish it, hopefully, it will come up and tell me that I've finished, which it wouldn't do until the end of the month. So, a word first of all. This is, in my opinion, the hardest regular published cryptic puzzle, just in terms of clues anywhere. There are other puzzles in the Listener and the Magpie that may be harder in terms of a thematic endgame. This one just has its clues to keep you at bay, and they're incredibly hard. Now, part of the reason they're hard is that some of the wordplay and a lot of the answers are really obscure words. Now, they're always all in chambers, unless they're proper nouns. But I'm probably, I think I can say this, probably the only person who ever attempts this puzzle trying to do it without using chambers, first of all. So I will come to chambers at the end if I need to, maybe to check one or two answers and work out the spellings, but I'm going to have a go without, and you will see why I say that it's incredibly hard. What I will also say is that in case you saw my recent video on clue types, is that there is nothing cheating in the clues. They are absolutely normal cryptic clues that follow the normal clue types. But because they use strange vocabulary and because the compiler has gone out of his way to be as misleading as possible, it can be very difficult. So we will watch that play out now. And here comes January's monthly club special. One across. Are pants down cringes? Oh, something's up. S-U-P at the end, I reckon. To cringe is to kind of curl up, and maybe if pants are down, curls are up. It's not curls up, but something like that. Don't really know. 5 across. Primates entreaty to share. An II is a 3-3 primate, but I don't see why that would be. Oh, entreaty to stare. I may have said share. Okay. I think that is II, and I think what the clue is saying is that it's a homophone. Like, it sounds like somebody asking somebody to do some staring. So they're saying I, use your eyes, but the sound of that gives this II a Madagascan lemur. 5 down. Smart tips for unexpected upset leading to knockout. Tips for unexpected upset leading to knockout. The tips for unexpected are maybe the letters at the end of it, U and D, and if you upset them you get DU. I'm wondering if that II is wrong now. I mean, it wasn't a great bit of wordplay if that's right. Knockout can be KO. You almost get Sudoku with... Oh no, it's DUKO. That's not the right spelling. I don't know what's going on there. Let's have a look at 6 down, but bear in mind II might be wrong. Drug, e.g. I'm taking finally after troubling Victoria's old dentist. Okay, I think this is now going with drug, e.g. I'm, and then G, which is taking finally. And Victoria's old dentist, so some old Australian word for a dentist, like dig mugger or mug digger? Mug digger, somebody who digs into your mug. Let's go with that. Let's forget II. That doesn't look right anymore. And maybe I should have realised that that wordplay wasn't quite right for a homophone. But what is it? I don't know. Primates entreaty to stare. Don't know. Let's have a look at 9 across. Frowned on finding a meal ticket enclosed in letter. Let's read that differently. Frowned on, that's probably the definition. So generally thought of as no good. Finding a meal ticket. Well, I was immediately thinking LV for a luncheon voucher. Enclosed in letter. But that wouldn't really work. If you put LV in EE, you'd get gelve. I just can't believe that's a phrase from some foreign language that I don't know that's come into English. Right, 15 across. Calculus authority is getting on with integration finally in paper. Aging. Maybe. Getting on. Calculus authority. I don't know. Paper can be sometimes ID or the name of a newspaper like FT. It'd be annoying if Mug Digger was wrong. I was really quite confident about that. Let's try this long one. 10 across. Transmitter of disease in flowers. 10. Planted in rows, opening beyond river. I mean, there's a lot in that. I don't know where to start. No. 19. Scotland's own, that can sometimes be the AIN, AIN, rock band with fine welcome in Hamilton, say. So some sort of New Zealand welcome. And that probably means it's a Maori word. Scotland's own rock band with fine. Hieromai. What? That's a word, isn't it? To have can also be to own, and in Scotland that's he, H-A apostrophe E. REM's a rock band and fine is A1. And I think Hieromai is a Maori ceremony, or probably a welcoming ceremony therefore. 16 down. Health supplement from day one, kept in wood dresser at home. So it probably ends in for at home. The definition looks like health supplement. Day one, kept in wood dresser. Where does a dresser come into this? Don't know. Day one can be DI, surely. So, I don't know. If I could think of a health supplement of some sort with DI in it, in at the end, that would be good. 20 down. African runner furious as required to take in oxygen. Furious could be mad, given the M. African runner could be a river in Africa or an animal that can run fast that's African. Oxygen is O, certainly. As required. Mad and an O. Can furious be anything else short beginning with M? I don't think so. Not making much progress over here. I'm going to have to go somewhere else. Let's just try this long one. One may be inclined to carp over pix I distributed. So an anagram of pix I, obviously, in it. With something meaning to carp. And it therefore means one may be inclined. Spicky. Beef, to beef is to carp, or moan. Mospition. Mopsition. Moscipian. No idea what's going on. Bother. Right, let's try the long one down just in case there's a giveaway. Unlikely. Copies Catholic. How many letters is that? That's 13 letters. Not orthodox, so that could be an anagram indicator. Giving causes for complaint. Well, let's take psycho out of that. Psycho. or physio. How about that? Physio, there's a lot of C's left. Psychocolacti or something. Oh, I think it could begin psycho, but obviously it could end in something psychic. 8 across. One needing... What would it be without psychic? Actually, let's just have a quick look at that. Atoll Co. Psychic. No, I don't know. Once needing fare. That sounds like hungry. Suspended before opening promotion. Promotion can be an ad. Hung and hungry. Okay, that's good. So an old word meaning hungry that begins with hung, which is suspended. Hungerous or something like that. But why before opening promotion? See, ERE for before, in ad, would give hungered. Now, what form of Spencer or Beowulf or something would use that for hungry? It doesn't look very likely, but it does fit the wordplay. It's ruined psycho, obviously, but it is an H, so it fits with the anagram fodder there. Let's try 2 down. Physicist might fail without dubnium. Well, dubnium is an element that is dB, I think. Physicist might fail. Can we put dB after that N and get physicist, or is the N really wrong? No, I don't know. 3 down. Stingily, periodically withheld, a set of symbols. Oh, sigil. What does periodically withheld mean in this? It normally means every other letter being taken out. Sigla. Okay, we'll get rid of hungered because it doesn't... I mean, that's a daft spelling. It doesn't look right. A hungered. So hung air put... Okay, that's better. A hungered. That could be a word. And that puts hung air in opening ad. We get an A here. So psycho still doesn't work, but A is in the anagram fodder still. Interesting. Right, 2 down. So now the physicist might fail without dubnium. Could Coulomb, so could bomb. So the phrase could bomb can mean might fail, and if you take out the dB or dubnium in it, you get Coulomb, who is a physicist after which that measure is named. Right, 13. Juicy extract from a book on Bachelor. Boy is gripping. So, extract from a book on Bachelor. Both book and bachelor can be abbreviated to B. Boy can't be, but could be son or lad. Tempted by son. I'm wondering if fancy menus have some sort of juice that's called a saboulon or something. Oh, I don't quite know. Right. 11. Henry runs to leave bouquet and ritual drink. Okay, so again, I think this is a subtraction. Henry runs could be HR. If we take that out of some word for a bouquet, which could be a bunch of flowers or a nice smell, and then we'll get a ritual drink. That'll be the really hard part, but we might know the bouquet. Or it could be H. Yeah, H for Henry, and then runs leaving a nice smell, aroma, gives us Halma. And I'm reckoning that could be Maori again, or Hawaiian for a ritual drink. I don't know it, but it looks very plausible. It's the sort of, I mean, obviously the same consonants. I think Hawaiian only has about 12 consonants, so it's good to use similar ones in these South Sea languages. Right, 3 down. Sigla, I now think this could be. Stingily, periodically withheld. I know that a sigil is a symbol from the Roman, so I can imagine that sigla would be a set of symbols. So, are pants down, cringes, tucks up. Oh, down can be sup. If you down a drink, you might sup it. So, are pants suck. To cringe can be to be fawning or obsequious, and that sucks up. And to suck is to be awful or to be pants. Right. Staphylococci, bam, bam. Those are some sort of bacteria that cause illness. Nice. Nice spot. Right. Juicy extract doesn't begin LAB, so it could be lad now. Extract from a book on Bachelor. Lab. I don't know. It's so difficult when you know that you probably won't know the final answer. I mean, look at these words. Mugdigger, Hieromy, a hungered, sigla, Haumer. And I've got those. God knows what I don't know. I mean, I didn't know a hungered, and I barely knew Haumer. And I didn't know Mugdigger. I vaguely remembered Hieromy. I don't know. 4 down, hazards, perils, how about that? That have turned up separately in World Tour. Yes, a periplus is some sort of World Tour. Knowledge that I've gained from crosswords. So it is perils with UP going in separately, turned. And that is some sort of circumnavigation or something, which I know because I once did a puzzle on circumnavigation that somebody had set. Shark, thanks. Right, 12 across. One may be inclined to carp. Pule. Oh, one may be inclined to carp, someone who eats fish. Piscivore, and it's an anagram of overpix eye. Ha. So much for pescatarian, there's an older word. Right, smart tips. Modish, that means smart. How about that? Tips for unexpected. Dudish, it is the ends of unexpected, U and D, reversed. And then to upset, or to knock out, or a knockout is a dish. If you dish somebody, you defeat them. Right. Primates in treaty to stare. So it's do. What's a word for stare? Moon or something, or mope. I've never heard of this primate beginning dom, but I'm sure that's what's going on there. But I've tried all these up. Oh, well, I haven't got there at O and E before. Let's have a look at 7. I haven't looked at this. Sport for Italy and China. Being without allies. Sport for Italy. China. Well, China can be a word meaning a friend. So, pal or mate. Sport for Italy. Could be a sport like RU, replacing the letter I in China, or a word for it, or I mean, porcelain, I don't know. 20, oh yeah, transmitter of disease. Well, we worked it with staphylococci. What are the other ones that I used to know? Strep something. Streptococci. Oh, it's not going to work. Transmitter of disease in flowers. 10 planted. 10 can be the letter X. Quite likely to be in this puzzle, which hasn't used as many weird letters as it often does. Transmitter of disease in flowers or flowers. 10 planted in rows opening beyond river. it's just, as I said before, so much going on there. But we've got a U in this. Labanum. Extract from a book on bachelor boy. I want lad to be the boy. So lad around it, then B, and then 4 letters being extract from a book, but ending in U? Menu? No. Persist with gas ring setting. To persist with is to cajole, maybe. Gas could be CO, carbon monoxide. Ring could be O. Setting, I don't know what that is. Right, a ring setting. So what is a ring setting? I don't know. 22. Old red mouse, tail lopped by daughter, turned white. Old red. A trot or something? Is there some other commie? Or just com? Mouse. Could be just the word mouse. But it's not likely to be. A shiner is a mouse because they're both black eyes. Tail lopped by daughter. So D at the end is very likely, and it all means turned white. Comshined. Crimsoned, that's turned red. Oh, don't know. 24. Having been climbed all over and nagged, casting off chain. Okay, chain can be abbreviated to CH. So nagged can be chided. So that casting off chain, or chid, or chivied. Having been climbed all over is ivied. I would have spelt chivy with 2 V's, but it may be optional with 1. Right, 18 down. Mixed material from answer. Something dropped quietly in general. Something dropped. What on earth does that mean? Mixed material from answer can be the letter A. Something dropped quietly in general. Don't know. Is this D going to be any help? In one abode, a frightfully boring family. Okay, so let's replace 1 with I. Then we've got 9 letters. In I abode a. Frightfully makes it an anagram, and a boring family makes it a family of beetles called something idae, which is often a family name in biology. What else have we got left? IDEA, we've got BOAIN. And it'll be the name of a biologist who discovered this family. Banio? Boyan? Ooh, I feel like I might just know it somewhere. But not many names work. IABON. Can't really begin with a B, can it? Because this word couldn't be a word. Juicy extract from a book on bachelor boy is gripping. Labbed. So how about that? That would be bachelor, that boy is gripping, labbed. So then we have extract from a book afterwards, and the whole thing means juicy. Or the whole thing means juicy extract, and then we put a book after it. So that could be a book of the Bible, Numbers, Labdanum. That is plausible. It's far from certain, but it's plausible. Now this could be Abion. Well, that might not be a name. That might be a kind of no life beginning for a set of beetles that originally were thought to be just still or something. It's not. It's probably not even the favourite, but it's possible. Keen for network of leaks, perhaps, to be turned over. Keen to greet or eager. For network of leaks. What on earth does that mean? I don't know. So the N, very sceptical here. Old red. Mouse. Tail lopped by daughter turned white. And persist with gas ring setting. Persist is like go on. I just don't know that. Right, so nothing much is breaking. We've only got a few clues left unread at all. 23. Asian cigarettes from another time, originally in double packs. I really don't know. AT in, what's double packs? No, don't know. Let's try 25. Recent arrival from New York, having fled Caucasus State Jail previously. It's making me think about Azkaban, but Caucasus is quite specific there. From New York, having fled. What on earth is that? Don't know. That's very strange. 27 across. Public place to browse retro artifact enhancing exhibits. Right. Exhibits can be a hidden indicator, and retro can be a reversal indicator. So surely we're going to find something backwards in artifact enhancing. We are a net cafe, a public place to browse. Browse as in surf the net, obviously. 16 down. Oh, yeah, we knew that was going to end in. How about cannabin? Been in the news a bit lately. No, day. No, day is not good for that. Wood dresser. No. Pity. Nice idea. 23. I haven't seen this one. Item of underwear. Right away. Shed. Revealing chest. Well, it could be bra without R is bar, and then shed is hut. Is a bahut a chest of some sort? Could be. Could be. Don't really know why. Bahut. Now, the African runner, furious as required. As required, can that be qua? That might be the definition of QUA. So then we would get Madokwa, and I don't know what that is, but it could be a word. It could be a river, it could be an animal. It's a bit random. Recent arrival. With a Q. From New York, having fled Caucasus State Jail briefly. Jail, quad. Could that be quo? With a state? And but what's Caucasus? Oh, a Caucasus state like Moldova, is that in the Caucasus, or? I don't know. Oh, now the Asian cigarettes have got a D in. AD? Another time originally in double packs. I don't know. What's this long earth transmitter of disease in flowers? 10 planted in rows opening beyond river. I mean, there's just so little to go on. What about 21 down? 1 lifting cases in Pensacola, Cody and Kansas. See, I'm calling that an easy clue. What's going on here is that the cases of these words or names are the outside letters, because they kind of encase those words. So we get P-A-C-Y-K-S, we lift them, and that gives us sky cap, and the whole clue is an andlet. The whole thing means somebody who might lift cases in these American cities, because a sky cap is an American baggage carrier of some sort at airports and things. Right, old mouse, tail, old red mouse. How does a mouse go there? Kind of want naked at the end of this now. Snake? No. Okay, the K is very surprising. Oh, but remember that the N is not at all certain. Indeed, that could even be a vowel. So, what sort of mouse? Carricked, colicked, combact, don't know. Keen, for network of leaks perhaps to be turned over. A network of leaks, so a P grid or something. Then keen would end in EEP. Network of leaks. A leak as in to urinate, I think. Let's go back to this one. Recent arrival from New York, having fled Caucasus State Jail briefly. I kind of like Madokwa, so I want that to stay in. Jail can be quad, Q-U-O-D, so this could end in Q-U-O. But what Caucasus state begins with C? This is just ignorance for me. I mean, I know lots of old words, and I should really know what states are in the Caucasus. Chechnya or something. New York, having fled Chechnya, would give Chichakwa. Chichakwo. What the hell? I mean, that could be, that's a sort of word like, you know, a Mexican word in America. Recent arrival. I don't know. Well, it works with Bahut. That's going in. So this health supplement now end in E-I-N. Day 1 kept in wood. Maple's the only wood I can keep thinking of beginning with an A. Or with an A second letter. Larch or something. This is going to be a D, isn't it? For that word. So what on earth is this? Day 1. And then it ends in I. That's not very likely. Health supplement. So the wood would just be the first. Oh no, it would be something A, something, and that E. In fact, that would be a wood dresser. A. Can't see that. Really struggling a bit now. Old red. read, I can't help thinking about a communist of some sort. But what's the mouse? Mickey. Mickey without its tail, and daughter. That would make this Abonidae most likely. Comicked Abonidae. I don't know what those mean. Mixed material from answer. Something dropped quietly in general. General can sometimes be Lee. Answer. Something dropped. Just don't know how that clue works. Persist with gas ring setting. Cook on. Coupon. If you persisted with a gas ring, you might cook on with it, but how is that a setting? Don't know. Oh yes, this network of leaks perhaps to be turned over. A keen. Only word I know that definitely fits this is asleep, but there might be threep or streep. Bo peep, a pea pub. Madness, I don't know. This dom. What is that? Entreaty to stare. Do. Oh, a gum digger instead of a mug digger. That's more likely for a dentist. So do gape, a dog ape. That's much easier now. So, frowned on, mal vu. So it is an LV luncheon voucher. ALV in mu, which is a Greek letter. Oh God, mug digger. Could have been someone who dug into your face, but it's much more likely someone who digs into your gums. Right. Sport for Italy. In China, pal. Being without allies, lone, pallone. Could be a sport in Italy. Palsole. Don't know. Calculus authority. Is getting on. Aging. I still like that. With integration finally in paper. Don't like anything else about it. Agnesi. The Witch of Agnesi is a curve in maths. So it could well be something to do with calculus. Is getting on with integration finally in paper. Ages is getting on with integration finally, N finally, in, and then paper is the I, the new newspaper. Oh my God. Right, now, transmitter of disease in flowers. 10 uteri. 10 planted in rows opening beyond river. Well, the river is the year. Tears for rose or oars. 10 transmitter of disease. Something to do with urea or with ureters. 10 planted in rows opening. A pore. So some sort of spore. Eurymidiaspore or something. So there's the river. The pore is the opening. And we need 10 which could be IO for 10, the kind of physical representation of it. Rows could be DINs. Uridiniospore, I think that's the answer. Asian cigarettes, Badus, from another time. I don't know, baddies or badus. Bis could be double. But bus, yeah, bis is more likely. AD from another time, I suppose. Anno Domini. I don't know why that's another. I'm very unconfident about that. That's almost the least confident answer in so far. Day 1 kept in wood dresser at home. Wood dresser. Oh, what do you dress wood with? Glaze or... wood dresser. I just don't know, and this is getting very difficult down here. Aboniidae could be wrong, could be almost any letter of B, O or N. Persist with gas ring setting. CS can be a gas as well. Persist with gas. Chat on. Persist with gas. Chaton. Is that a ring setting of some sort? Mixed material from answer. Something dropped quietly in general. Almain? Something dropped quietly. I just don't know. Keen for network of leaks. Perhaps to be turned over. Keen for... I just feel very confident that it ends in EEP, but that said, of course, maybe this doesn't end in idai at all. Could end in eodia or something. Abeniodia. It's almost too late to start thinking about that. What's this one down? Health supplement from day 1 kept in wood dresser at home. I don't know. I think it's going to be time to start looking up these answers, I'm afraid, in the dictionary. I mean, close to a finish here. I'd love to have got something plausible in for these last 3 answers, just to see if there's any chance that everything else I've put in is right. Mixed material. So mainly, is that in general? Something dropped quietly. Almani. P. Network of leaks. A P set or a P. I don't know. A health supplement. I mean, this doesn't look likely, but let's get rid of that. Candleline. Day 1. From day 1 kept in wood dresser. Health supplement from day 1 kept in wood dresser. Now I'm going to look them up and we'll see how far short I was here. So let's start with this, look at that word. I bet this is it. Daidzein. An estrogen extracted from the root of the kudzu plant thought to have therapeutic properties. And why? Day. One kept in a wood dresser is an adze, A-D-Z-E. I was never coming up with that, I can tell you. Right, let's try this, or let's try chaton first, just to see if that's something. Chaton. I don't know why it's not working. There we go. The setting or stone of a finger ring. So that is right. A something, M something, I, and two somethings. Let's see. Oh, look at these words. Almain, that was what I was vaguely thinking about. But it's something to do with German. It's not a mixed material. Almains, no, that's still the same stuff. Armoire, or ormries. Armpits. I mean, I thought of that, but acmeism. I mean, what's any of those got to do with anything we've been looking for? Ormales and ormries. Oh, ormales. To figure or variegate or to enamel. Don't know. Let's see if comic is a word. Oh, it's not. So I've got that wrong. Chemicked. Something to do with chemistry. So Che Guevara is the old red. Okay, well, what do we get now for something dropped? Well, now I want to put General Lee in the clue. Answer, and then a pin is dropped in quietness. So alpine is some sort of alpine, I suppose. Alpine, a mixed fabric of wool and silk or mohair and cotton. Well, surprise, surprise, I did not know that. And what do we get at the bottom here? Beweep. A web, a P-web has been returned. I never thought of web. And I'm going to put that in. And I think it's going to tell me the puzzle is wrong at the moment. Unlucky. It's not quite right yet. And I think that mainly there are a number of possible places where it's wrong. That could be Anobiidae. But this probably isn't baddies. And I rather fancied badoos as the word. From another time, originally in double packs. I might have to B-A-D-U, is that the wrong function there? No, baddie, no, baddo, no. So I'm going to have to search now on B something, D something, S. I mean, there'll be quite a few. Oh, no, there's not many. Biddies and budos. A cheap, thin Indian cigarette, sometimes fruit flavoured. Biddies. Did not know that. Now, why is ID from another time or DI? None of those definitions. DI. Just don't think that's going to be anything. No. No idea. But I think we just might get a correct solution at this point. Asian cigarettes from another time originally in double packs. Okay. Bis must mean from another time. And then it's packed by originally in double, the original letters, the first letters of in double. So bis means another time in the sense that it has to be repeated in music. It's still not right. So something is still wrong here. I mean, I shouldn't really be shocked, but I had hoped to get away with it at this point. See, I'm confident on most of these. Oh, Aboniidae. That's probably, as I said, that could easily be the wrong way round. Yeah, that's not so good. Let's try Anubiidae then. There we go. A genus of small beetles of the family Anubiidae, a number of species of which bore in dry wood. So, obviously that's wrong. And does this make it right? There we go. Puzzle completed. I can't claim a victory quite, but it's nice to get through the whole puzzle, thank God. Thanks very much for sticking with it with me. I don't know if that was amusing, depressing, thrilling, or just most likely totally bewildering. See you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.